2020, Exam 1, Question 30, Recursion and Financial Maths. Okay, classic difficult question going forwards, easy question going backwards. So we're starting 20 years ago, and Hector put in some money at 3.2% PA compounded monthly. After 10 years, he made a one-off extra payment of 10,000, and then for the next 10 years, he earned 2.8% interest, still compounded monthly, to get a balance of this. Let's show that as a diagram, just as a rough sketch diagram. So we've got time here in years, and then we've got here, we've got some dollars. So we started at some point, that's the number we want to get to. And it increased the investment because it was compounding, so it's a nice curvy line to this point here. That's 10 years, and then made it all jump, put an extra 10,000 in. So we know this gap is plus 10,000. All right, and then we started at this point and went another 10 years, like so. That got us to 20 years and got us to this point, and we know that point is 686,904.09. So that's the balance today. If we go backwards to this point, then go down, so it's going to be subtracting 10,000, we can go back this way. Now remembering the interest rate for this point is 2.8% PA, and this one is 3.2% PA. So we're going to start here, get to here, subtract 10,000, then get back to here, and there's our answer. So if you look at this calculator, I started with my 686,904.09 as my final value, because we're starting here at this point, the final value. Payments are 0. 120 payments, because that's monthly. Remember, it's monthly for 10 years, so that's 120. There's the 2.8, that 2.8, and 12 and 12 because monthly again. And that gets me to this point, 519,320.96. So that number is this number here. So that's 519,320, and it's basically 0.30. All right. So we know that point now. Now, if we look at this next point, then what we did was that point here is now down here because we're starting the final value, but I'd also just pay attention to the fact that it's gone down to this point, which is going to be less 10,000 because you're going down, not up. It's going to be 509,320.30. Put another 0 in there, that'd be good. There we go. And that's how I got this number. I just did cut and paste. Decimal points aren't going to make a huge amount of difference. Change my interest rate there, and everything's worked out beautifully because that looks really, really close to 370,000. So starting from this point, which is this point, and then going backwards with the 3.2 for another 10 years, we got to that point, which is basically 370,000. So the answer was B. I think it's quite nice to sketch out the diagram of what's happening so you don't fluff things up, because you could easily have gone with this 519 and I'm going to 529 rather than realizing like, oh, I'm going down 10,000, so I've got to subtract 10,000. And there you go. Classic two-stepper. They always like to have a two-stepper question in there, and a little jump in there just to add some extra confusion. But if you start at the end and work your way backwards, not so hard.